fois, on était là, j'étais avec ma copine, il n'y avait pas beaucoup de monde. Et il n'y avait personne d'ailleurs, il n'y avait que les Syriens là. Et il y avait une colline avec un canon syrien. Je t'ai jamais raconté ça?
Non.
Une colline avec un canon syrien et qui était là, qui faisait la garde. Et tout à coup, on voit un bateau de guerre qui vient comme ça, un grand bateau de guerre qui s'approche, qui fait un tour et il revient et se plante directement devant la colline. Et nous, on était en train de pêcher.
Il avait bombardé
la colline.
Oui, j'étais là.
On était en train de pêcher à côté. Et en une seconde, on entend comme une fusée qui passe à côté de nos oreilles. Un fiou. C'était vraiment une expérience parce que le boom était très fort et on a vu les soldats et le canon tout complètement...
Oui, ben ces expériences, on en a eu plusieurs. Les bateaux, c'est pour ça que je vais vous montrer donc, voilà. À la fin de la guerre, on s'est fait des t-shirts où c'est écrit Alive and Tan, Summer 82. Et c'est un bateau israélien avec le soleil couchant. Et c'est le symbole. Et ça, ce sont les noms de...
Les noms.
Des 40 personnes, 30-40 personnes.
Qui venaient encore au Sporting pendant la guerre.
Voilà. Et on a fait, après la fin de la guerre, une fête au Sporting et avec un de ceux qui ont leur nom là fait un gâteau en forme de bateau israélien.
War or no war, life goes on. And good life goes on, and I'm sure.
Oui, il faut dire good life, c'est ça.
Good life goes on. Stay with us 1 week in Beirut and you'll see how we live. With everything going around us, just enjoy life. And really, I mean, you wouldn't believe that this is Beirut that they talk about and the region that they talk about.
Yellow gold plate with an amethyst stone in the middle with turquoise and amethyst and citrine and blue topaz. It's starting at 4,000.
21,000.
21,000.
21,000. What are we? 1, 2, 3.
75,000. أنا هلا عن جد زعلت.
70,000. خلاص خلي تختاري.
It's true that Lebanon, when it comes to nightlife, it was the Paris of the Middle East. But it hasn't changed. We had an interruption. We had many periods of heated wars, but we never stopped enjoying life, loving life.
دلني عن النور، خليني امشي على درب جديد. نشكر الله على الهيكل الرائع، احلى هيكل. كل ايدين الكون كله سوا ما بيقدر يعمر مثل اللي نحن عم نشوفه. كل الطبيعة هي الهيكل، والطبيعة هي أحلى هيكل وأقدس هيكل فيك تعبد فيه الله، لأنه منه من صنع إيدين البشر، ولأنه من تكريس فلان، ولأنه من فن فليتين. هيدا من عمله هو، من خيراته هو صنع ونحت بإيديه. أحلى مطرح نعبده فيه المطرح اللي هو بيقرر فيه. هللويا هللويا، هذا هو اليوم الذي صنعه الرب، تعالوا نسر ونفرح فيه. هللويا.
Maybe it's too small. A garden is very important because you can dream. It's nice for anybody who comes to the house. They have their problems and they walk through the garden, they forget their problems and then walk into the house. But a garden is a pleasure.
Bonjour.
Bonjour David. Alors, ça va?
Oui, ça va bien.
Donc, samedi, nous avons un événement ici,
Oui.
samedi matin. Il y aura beaucoup de monde, 50 personnes pour petit déjeuner.
D'accord.
Et donc, bien sûr, je veux que les fleurs soient parfaites. Et je voudrais avoir deux peacocks que tu les mets dans ce cage ici.
Ah, ok.
Là.
On fermera la cage.
Il faut la fermer,
Voilà,
oui,
on fermera
il faut la
la cage
fermer.
avec des grilles blanches pour que ça reste
D'accord.
bien. Et on mettra les deux peacocks.
On enlève la
ici.
table?
Non,
On laisse-
on laissera,
ça va,
on laissera la
d'accord.
table. Et on les mettra. Les gens seront là à 7h du matin.
Non. 9h30.
D'accord, ok. Mais nous, on sera prêts
Oui.
vers 6h30, 7h.
Ah, d'accord, très bien.
Pour
Très bien.
8h30 9h, tout sera propre et
Magnifique.
nettoyé avant leur
J'espère
arrivée.
qu'ils ne vont pas faire des saletés avant.
Non, ils seront très propres. On les toilettera d'abord.
Magnifique, très bien, d'accord. So you see all these boxes, I have to do the bows. My staff does everything else, and then they leave it to me, because I don't know why in Lebanon they don't know how to make nice bows. So, there. My grandmother used to make beautiful birthday presents for us, and I think I learned from her.
Beirut was a very cosmopolitan city. There were lots of foreigners coming along here. Beirut was equated at the time as being the Switzerland of the Middle East, in fact. Tourism was booming, the environment was still very pretty. So there was a lot going for it, in fact, and also the economic structure of the country was in favor of business being done here. And of course the banks were very important at that time, and they still are. The banking sector in Lebanon is very strong. So lots of people came along from all over the world, really basically to maybe to keep the money here or also visit the country. And of course the whole of the Middle East was in much better shape than it is today.
Whilst here, the Lebanese version of Dolce Vita is in full swing. And exactly how dolce can Vita be? Well, just you watch. That's a sweet life, all right.
In time of war and bombing and of stress, the people like to live as if they're going to die tomorrow. For instance, I was here during the Civil War for part of it, and I'm ashamed to say, but some of the parties which were going on here were wild parties like you would never see otherwise, only because the situation was so terrible that people didn't know whether they could survive next day or not, you see. So they had a lot of fun, as if they were going to die the next day, practically.
The financial comparison of the Lebanon to Switzerland and its role as the trading house of the Middle East is a fair one. Free enterprise flourishes. Modern roads cover the country. Luxury buildings and hotels have sprung up. One of the main objects of both is tourism. About 30% of the national income is derived from visitors, including Jewish people. Even now, the Lebanon is still a tourist attraction. This is traditional and universal in appeal. So is this. In this small land bordered by Israel and Syria, the East and West fuse smoothly. Ancient and modern, Christian and Muslim. It's a land of contrast.
During this war, many people went abroad. Many Lebanese immigrated abroad and left everything behind. Luckily, my mother, who was a very strong-willed lady, remained behind and looked after the house as much as she could, in fact, and preserved most of the things we see in the house today, amongst other things, the archives. When I first came to Beirut again after the Civil War, I had to find a means of having some money in. It wasn't easy for my family, especially my mother, who thought I would prostitute the house by having people coming into the garden and having loud music and things like that. I told my mother, but listen, the Queen in England in Buckingham Palace, she makes people pay to visit the palace itself. Here, at least no one comes into the house, they only stay in the garden. So this was an argument which was good.
At first I was against it, so I thought we were going to spoil everything. And then you see, we need a certain amount of money to keep the house too. and so Roderick has allowed Roderick to use the garden, but the people don't spoil very much, I must say. They behave well.
Oh my God. They're for real. They're for real. Would they bite? Or do they probably pick you, yes. I guess. Yes. Okay, hi. They have names or just? No. be handsome. And Roger's grandfather was a priest. So that's his grandfather. He was the priest here in this village here.
In this village holds the name of the family.
Yeah. And then this here is a chapiteau, a capital.
Yes.
We can't do that anymore.
What is done is done.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And here we have a sword from the Crusaders. I don't know if it's true.
Fantastic.
This was a gift. This was an opening gift when we came from somebody, from one of the workmen. He found this and he gave this to us.
It's really amazing.
And here we have a picture of Farah Pahlavi, the queen of Iran. And she used to come, and you don't recognize her, but she used to come and play tennis at our house, because we would have a tennis tournament. And she would say, don't have any photographers see me in a short skirt. No Arab photographers, so they don't see me. Yeah.
Pardon. Ah bon, je croyais que les photographies quelqu'un. Comment ça va? Ça va. Bonjour. Très bien, vous-même. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? I have my tennis court down there for tennis playing. You're not playing. No, I'm not. No, I am not anymore. I used to play 3 hours a day. And I used to organize in Cap d'Antibes, in south of France, a tournament for the who and who of south of France, where Heineken will participate, the Queen of Iran will participate, many personalities, Senator Tétanger, and the Accor group. And we all managed to have the Queen wins. Even yes, but it's not so difficult if you give them morale. You see, once we had here a Shiite leader who was Speaker of the Parliament at the time, President Husseini. And he was staying with us, was Prime Minister Ta'eddin Salah, because we used to receive all our friends and they stay with us for a week, 2 weeks. And at the tournament, and he was among the activists in the revolution against the Shah. But in the tournament, when the Queen was really in bad shape, suddenly the Shiite thing started to, and he started to applaud and to encourage her and everything. It changed the ambiance. She went from really being down to reconquer, galvanize, and win. Unbelievable. Morale is everything in life. Morale is everything in life.
mise-en-scène, how did the idea of mise-en-scène came to you?
I'll tell you how it came. Roger had a plan to do Internet City, like you have in Dubai. And he had funding, and we had the engineers, and we had the technicians, everything else. And we had the land up there near LAU and all the rest of that. And then we had all the signatures, except for the final one for the Ministry of the Interior, and the Syrians said no, because that was the time. No, we're not going to have that here. It's going to go to Syria. So the engineer we had working for us, he did it in Dubai. He did our plan in Dubai.
Wow.
So Roger is not one to take a defeat like that. He said, okay, what can we do? We need tourism here. And since we lived in the south of France for 20 years, we knew what it was like to have a beach resort and how to entertain in the summertime, this and that. And so that's how we started. He had the land, which he didn't know what to do with it.
But also the
Yeah, you see the peacock? Peacocks. And they're flirting.
Those are beautiful peacocks.
They're lovely, beautiful. No, but I don't know. These are homosexual. These are males. The female are not so beautiful. The males are beautiful. الذكورة حلوين لأنه بدهم يهيجوا النسوان.
There was the seeds and the seedlings, the very small ones.
Where do you plant them?
At my garden.
Yeah.
At Edisans.
Your garden is plenty.
Thank you.
Yes, and
At Edisans. And in the old soup, we have places in the old soup that we're planting all the time.
Amazing. So you don't sell them at all?
No, this is not for you. This is not a professional, this is not a commercial nursery at all. No.
How many, do you come here every day?
No, but I come here maybe twice a week.
Okay. And you have a lot of people working here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
David is the Frenchman who runs it, okay? And maybe 20 Indians working. Like an army.
So David is a Frenchman who
He's
runs
French,
it.
yeah.
French people know a lot about plants.
They know a lot about plants. It's great. And then here we have the special nursery for the
Okay, can you say tschüss into the camera?
Yo empecé la vida social muy temprano. Mi padre era una persona que le gustaba mucho. Yo me parecía mucho a mi padre, en plan de extravertida, de que, bueno, entonces me cogía con él y iba de fiesta en fiesta desde los 14 años. Entonces un día el dueño de una revista me dice, Vivian, ¿por qué no juntas lo simpático con lo puedes tener un dinero? Y he dicho, bueno, voy a intentar. Al principio me agobió y después me adapté, yendo 2 o 3 cócteles, 2 cenas al día. Y bueno, todo fue un ritmo frenético.
دبي باريس موناكو
Eso fue la noche más larga de mi vida. Los hombres no se atrevían a hablar porque entonces si te cogían sin atarte los ojos, te mataban. A uno de los chicos le dije, mira tú, ¿sabes quién soy? Me dijo no. Le he dicho, mira, soy de la familia Ede y mi tío es un hombre conocido. Y entonces si él aprende que yo estoy raptada, se enfadará mucho y no pienso que estará bien para vuestro partido. Y entonces yo pensaba que era una cosa un poco como un gag surrealista, porque no pensaba nunca yo de mis fiestas, mis cenas, mis cócteles, llegar entre 8 hombres armados, pero todos muy amables. Me han dado de comer lentejas. He puesto una vela para que me cantaran Happy Birthday. Y entonces me cantaron Happy Birthday. Preguntaba de ponerme un poco de música, me ha dicho, no, está prohibido por Allah, por él. Yo le he dicho, ¿cómo te va a oír Allah si me pones un poco de Radio Nostalgia? Esta noche también la quiero presentar a Eric.
Ese es el que hicieron en la inversión grande de Venezuela.
Exacto.
De Venezuela, un mall.
Un libanés de origen, un venezolano.
Y hace un mall, pero no aquí en Beirut.
No, al lado de la frontera siria.
Pero ¿cómo pone esa inversión grande allá? ¿Hay bastante gente para que ponga un mall como ese?
Sí, por ejemplo, le pregunté al señor Torbay y me dijo, vente un fin de semana.
A ver cómo está.
A ver la gente que está llenando los restaurantes. Miles de personas comiendo.
Pero en la frontera.
En
Anjar.
En Tanayel. Él lo hizo en Tanayel. Entonces cuenta mucho, es enorme, 200.000 metros cuadrados.
Increíble.
11 cines. 11 cines. Cine que Empire.
¿Qué es eso?
Son fuegos artificiales.
Pensamos que eran bombas.
No, Iván.
¿Cómo estás en Beirut? Ya uno lo piensa todo.
No te confundes ahora.
اسمحوا لي استضيف شخص لبناني مغامر قلبه قوي بيشوف لبعيد وبعد نجاحات عديدة ببلدان العالم قرر يرجع ويستثمر بلبنان. هو الشيخ موريس تورباي رئيس مجلس إدارة كاسكادا فيليج.
مساء الخير له. تأخذوني إذا العربي معي شوي بكسر بس أنا بحب أحكي العربي. من بعد 8 سنين تركت وسافرت إلى فنزويلا. تعلمت شوي بالمدرسة وما دخلت ولا جامعة. ورجعت وأنا اليوم بينكم. صحيح رجعت ولبنان بحالة صعبة ومش مستقرة. في كتير من القلق والخوف والمشاكل وأوضاع المنطقة ملتهبة بس أنا رفضت إني ضل برا وصدقوني في مصاري كتير بالمصاريف إذا ما تصدقوني اسألوا الأستاذ ريمون عودي لحوم بيشغلوا لحوم موجود معنا
In 1987-88, I had a chance to be elected president, but I declined because of the conditions put by the Syrians to have whoever is elected president as being under their orders. The first time I declined, President Muawad was elected president, a friend of mine. But he did not survive to take possession of the presidency because in the transition period, he was assassinated in his car, and it is widely believed it is the Syrians who assassinated him.
Or we are assisting at the kind of partition in Lebanon, which could mean later on total chaos in the whole area, which will endanger everybody. Muslims and Christians.
If I am in my area, like in Byblos area, I have no problem to be every evening in the old souk of Byblos, walking around among the people, because I feel safe. But when I am in, like today, in a visit for an area that is high security area, close to Hezbollah quarters, I prefer to be in my bulletproof car. Every name Disney, every name is a name of a man who is behind an ambition. And Edde's hands is related also to the fact that the kings of Byblos carried the name of Edde. And my village, which was the place where they would spend their summer, is called Edde. When you say Edde is part of me, if it is part of me, I cannot neglect it. I cannot sell it. I would never sell something like this. That has no price. I would have put any other name, it would have been negotiable like any commerce, like any business. No, it is Edde, it is Byblos, it's me. You see, you don't sell yourself.
Ça c'est la gare, tu vois.
Je me rappelle la gare.
Oui. There was the only way to come up here was by train, so this is the station, and this is why they built the hotel just opposite the station. This hotel was functioned full time for at least 3 months of the year, and it had all the celebrities of the time coming up here. In fact, it's a historical hotel. Lots of deals while the French were here, or even before, were done in this hotel. You know, all the heads of states or the kings from abroad used to come here and meet here in the summertime. So it's a village which has not been destroyed by urbanization, shall we say. It's still got its cachet of the past, and this is what we're trying to recreate to give it life again. Donc tout ce champ-là nous appartient. Et quand je suis persuadé que ça marcherait très bien à cet endroit-là, je suis prêt, comme je disais, à ne pas encaisser mon part de loyer, prendre un pourcentage, c'est ça, une participation.
Peut-être avec un minimum garanti, non?
Peut-être. Moi, ce qui m'intéresse, ce n'est pas...
c'est de le faire vivre.
C'est le faire vivre. Ce n'est pas l'argent qu'on va faire dessus, parce qu'on ne va pas vivre sur l'argent qu'on va faire là.
Le faire vivre.
C'est le faire vivre, c'est ça. Un appartement typique ici. Ça c'est le dressing ici. Chambre. Regarde le réservoir d'eau. This used to be the headquarters of the Syrian army for many years. Since 1978, I think, until 75 when they left, and they tried to steal everything, the lifts, the machinery, and everything, and they even tried to take the metal from that. So they broke it down. It was stuck in the walls here. So as it's so big, and it's a nice feature, I decided to keep it here. Écoute, alors merci d'être venu, porte-toi bien et on reste en contact.
Sûrement.
Si tu as besoin d'informations, tu m'appelles.
Mais je ne manquerai pas.
Ok, très bien.
À bientôt. Bye bye.
Très bientôt, bye bye. 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 Once the reconstruction in Syria starts again, there will be a lot of traffic on this road here because it's the harbor of Beirut is in fact the main harbor for Damascus. So there will be a lot of traffic and a lot of passers-by, and that's what we need here. We see. We just have to wait and see. That's all really.
خليك شيخ ناخذ لك صورة معنا.
ثنائي المرح. الله يطول بعمرك شيخ.
اوكي. يلا واحد اثنين.
ميرسي ثانك يو. اهلا وسهلا. ميرسي اهلا فيك. اكيد بروحها
Mire, yo no le paré a la guerra siria. Aquí en el Medio Oriente siempre va a haber guerra. No, había empezado la guerra siria. Había comprado la tierra, había empezado. Todo el mundo que y eso que yo estoy cerca de Siria, no cerca de la frontera. ¿Cómo es posible que usted está loco? No, no estoy loco. No estoy loco y lo he comprobado. Yo terminé el centro comercial.
¿Cuántas veces por semana tú comes espagueti? 3 veces por semana. ¿Y tú, Miriam?
¿Usted sabía que es el plato más vendido del mundo? El espagueti es el plato más vendido del mundo.
¿Y cuánto venden ese plato en Italia?
Eso no, depende del restaurante. Están vendiendo en los restaurantes, nada más.
Ah, restaurante, no
Sí.
es una comida rápida.
No, la idea es meterlo en la comida. Si un minuto y medio, ¿por qué no lo meten en la comida rápida? Seguramente lo van a hacer. No, yo creo que eso será un éxito. ¿Sabes?
Esa es buena idea.
Y lo bueno que es barato. Tú le das un bol de esto. Coño,
A precio de una hamburguesa.
No.
A precio de una hamburguesa.
No, mucho más barato.
Más barato.
Mucho más barato que la hamburguesa.
No tiene carne, la carne es muy
¿Ah?
cara.
La hamburguesa tiene carne.
La carne es costosa.
Claro.
Mi hija que tiene 8 años vino acá al Líbano, tenía 8 años y tuvo una observación excelente. Me dice, mira papá, mira mamá, aquí en el Líbano, me dice, aquí en el Líbano habrá pobreza, pero no hay miseria. Dice, aquí todo el mundo come. Y es verdad, aquí habrá pobreza, pero miseria, gente con hambre, aquí no hay.
O mínimo ese que no tenemos.
¿Perdón?
No tenemos, miseria no tenemos.
Miseria no tenemos.
Más necesitamos ayudar
Esa
a esa gente a
que existe.
levantar.
Bueno, empieza ayudándome a mí, coño.
Eso es que es la verdad, eso puede empezar contigo.
Ya.
Después que ganamos la lotería.
No hace falta.
بعد شوي.
الآب والابن والروح القدس من الآن وإلى الأبد.
Mira, ¿cuál es? ¿Estas o estas? Es que no llego.
Creo que esto. ¿Yo? No, no, eso fue. ¿Eso es? Qué bueno que integran a los niños. En la catedral eran solo adultos.
Bueno, pero no hay eso en la religión musulmana. No tienen.
No, pero creo lo que quiero decir, aquí en Semana Santa se vive intensamente. Y la sección de la Ramadán también se vive intensamente.
Intensamente, bueno, ellos. De fiesta en fiesta, en cambio exacto. Aquí no. bastante fervor en la gente, además un fervor más fuerte desde que hay esos problemas alrededor del pueblo musulmán que se ha vuelto mucho más enorme alrededor, ¿no? Entonces ahora la gente se vuelve más religiosa. Antiguamente, cuando estaba niña, la religión era muy importante en las dos religiones. Bueno, en la religión musulmana, pero la cristiana era muy seguida en todo el país. Éramos más de la mitad los cristianos. Entonces, ahora ha cambiado. Hay cada vez más musulmanes, ¿no? Y somos una minoría. Somos bastante privilegiados aquí, pero bueno, no sé hasta cuándo.
Every time I was invited to participate at the declaration of a political party list, I would attend. If I am asked to speak, I would speak. I am already putting myself into running for the presidential election in an environment where peacemaking is a challenge, not making another war is a challenge. I think I am, without any doubt, prepared as no one who has any chance to be president.
حين قام فخامة الرئيس العماد ميشيل عون بزيارته الأولى إلى المملكة.
If I am a president, I would do a lot more to consolidate the relationship with Saudi Arabia, not being a relationship of asking always for help and financial support and borrowing money, but a relationship where we invest in the Saudi development as they would share with us investment in financing infrastructure and new technology villages and futuristic projects in education and in health. And it will happen. Great for the picture.
¿Qué tal estás? ¿Todo bien?
Todo muy bien.
¿Todo bien? ¿Todo abierto?
Todo no.
¿Todo no?
El 20% está bien.
Ah, 20%, sí. Vimos unas tiendas, sí,
Pero
abiertas.
toda la semana abre
Bien.
uno o dos.
Bien, bien.
Toda la semana abren.
Bien, perfecto.
Por lo menos los cines, son 12 cines, abren dentro de un mes y medio.
Los cines en un mes y medio.
Sí.
Ahorita vamos a dar una vuelta.
Son 12 cines.
Ya. Y es por eso que tengo...
La situación de Siria favorece mucho al Líbano. No nos olvidemos que Siria tiene 30 millones y pico de almas. Y Siria es un país que poca gente muy bien industrializada. Hay muchos ricos en Siria, que le vino la desgracia de la guerra. Okay, la han destruido, le van a volver a levantar, pero le cuesta 10, 15 años, 20 años para levantar Siria. ¿Y esa gente dónde van a ir? Los que tienen dinero o los grandes, los ingenieros, los así, van a tener que venir al Líbano. Y eso no lo digo yo, porque estoy haciendo centro comercial. Se le dicen todos los estudios. las empresas serias de estudio que conocen el país, que conocen el Medio Oriente, eso es lo que te dicen. Van a tener que, por lo menos los 15 años próximos, al acabar la guerra, es decir, los 15 años próximos, el Líbano no va a caber de gente, de inversiones de sirios o compradores que vienen aquí al Líbano. No va a caber.
It's about 1965 or 6 maybe. I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. And there's one here which is even earlier than that. And this is my grandmother. And this is my father at an official reception. So they used to dress much better at the time. They used to be all the diplomats had to be in a jacket. And this is my father again. We just remember them now because we got the pictures in front of us, but otherwise, if there were no pictures here, nobody would remember. So it's important to keep these as a memento. What I'm trying to do right now is to consolidate everything we have in order to pass on everything in good condition to my only daughter. My family in the recent past hasn't played a political role, did not have a political role here in Lebanon. But my mother was very influential, in fact, in the preservation of old buildings and historical buildings and interesting places. But other than that, directly politically, we were not involved. And how should we say, it's a difficult question to answer that. It's, no, we're not really any more representative of what the Lebanon is on the whole. We are just a bit, no, I was just going to say we're not really representative because now Lebanon has become much more populous, much more popular also. So things are changing, and I'm trying to preserve a bit of how life was in the past. In fact, this is it.
Beirut was the most beautiful city in the past. When I was very young, Beirut was lovely. Beautiful houses, big and small, lovely gardens all over the place. I had a text of Lamartine, you know, the French, Lamartine, the French poet. And he came to Beirut, and he has a few things of Beirut. He said some of the parts of Beirut, and overlooking the valley, he said it was some of the most beautiful things he'd ever seen. Now, if he came now, I think he would commit suicide. If he saw what Beirut had become. They forget everything in this country. Everything is forgotten, everything is... There's no past and there's no future, I think, in this country, because they don't respect the past. You see, my father built the racecourse. He built the racecourse in order to feed the people who were starving during the famine here. And so my father built the racecourse, and he ruined himself because of that too, you see. But people forget that. People don't even know my father built the racecourse. You have no memory in this country. And there's no future, there's no memory, there's no future, you see.